Hi everyone, welcome to Hunter Gatherer Cooking, where today I did promise a butchery video on doing a Boston butt, and that's exactly what this one is. It's a really short one, but it's a really interesting one. For the smoking fans out there, this is a must, because you really should see where the cuts come from. A lot of people just buy it from the butchers or the supermarket, whatever. This is actually where it comes from on the pig. Really interesting. Straight over to Matt.
Hi guys, I'm Matt, I'm the head butcher at Manor Farm Shop. Real quick video today. I think this is the king of barbecue pork meats. So you've got a whole pork shoulder here. So we're going to start off, we're going to go through that joint, and what we're going to do, we're just going to whip that pork trotter off. Fantastic if you ever want to boil this up and make your homemade gelatine. What I'm going to mark the meat down the back, because there's a little chunk of meat in there. I'm just going to bone that off, because we don't want to waste anything. And then what I'm going to do with my saw, you can bone all the way around, but I think this is a cleaner job. I'm just going to mark through, and I'm going to bone off a tiny little rack of pork ribs there, which you can obviously flavour up if you're going to cook them low and slow. I won't try and cook them fast like a conventional rib, but you can actually get away with that. There's a tiny little bit of meat on the rib. Scooping under the other part of that rib cage to free up what will be the pork neck fillet on the shoulder of pork. Now this is a very small shoulder of pork, this one, compared to some other bigger shoulders you can get from other butcher shops. So what we do, we'll just remove that backbone from the shoulder, and there's a lot of blood spots there from underneath. So what we'll do, we'll scoop underneath that, because that ain't no good to nor man or beast. So that'll go into our bone bin. Any little bit of bone chip, we just get away with that. That'll go in the bone bin. Little sort of now the colder nights are coming, just going to cut through what we call a forehock on this one, and what you've got a pork shank there. Now we cure these ourselves the old-fashioned way. We put our dry cure salts in these, or we can put them in a brine tub, and that'll make your gammon hock there. So you've got your gammon hock, a little bit of pork trim, and what I'm going to do here, I'm going to prep them how we have them for the shop. So I've got rid of a little bit more bone chip. What I'm going to do, I'm going to come straight across here, and what I'm going to do, there should be a joint in the middle there for the natural hip joint. Between this, the blade end on here, and then there's your spare rib of pork, and this one here is what some people call the Boston butt. I just call it a hand of pork. Scoop a little bit of fat, mainly for presentation. If you like a little bit of fat, we can leave these on, but that there is your hand of pork, tiny little knuckle bone. Barbecue it, slowly cook it, because of the tenders in the grain of the meat, that will pull for amazing pulled pork, or what they call a Boston butt. So that there, got a smoker, come down, we sell these at set price, $9.99, bargain cut of meat. You feed up to 6 adults out of that. We can de-rind it for you, so you can do your own dry rub. That for me is a winner chicken dinner on that one. Best piece of pork for money to buy. Just scooping that little bit of bone chipping on the back there. This is what we call our spare ribs. We normally roll these for our rolled shoulder of pork. So come down on the blade, nice and tight, reveal that blade bone. A lot of people like to de-rind it, keep the blade bone in. You can also use this for pulled pork as well, but I'm going to show you how we use this for our shoulder of pork. We come down under the blade, lift up that flap, turn my knife the other way so it's nice and tight underneath, bring that blade back round, and literally just push the meat off that blade. Now if people want to keep these, a lot of people you want to make like homemade Chinese broths, by all means, if you've got the pork bones fresh when they come in, you can have them. Tiny little nugget bone there, so we just get rid of that. Now that there is pretty much ready to roll. All I want to do is run my knife down the back of that fat. Some people cut it off. I say don't cut it off, because the fat's the best bit on it. All I'm going to do is butterfly that seam open, so I've got a bit more of a flap there. I'll use that flap, open up a bit more, use that flap to bend around my shoulder of pork, and then what we can do, take my glove off so I've got a bit of room, just to finish it off so you guys can see it. I score at an angle, I do nice thin scoring, so you can actually, I think it crisps up better. I go at an angle because I just think it gives it a nicer finish. By stretching the rind over, I shall get my trusty butcher's twine, and I do one holding string around the bottom, mainly just for the shape of shape of the joint. So it's not a tight string, it's just a holding string. And then we're going to go in the thickest parts of the shoulder. I'll tie as fast as I can now for you guys. So one knot, tie them off, and then we'll do another one. Probably not even score it too hard enough, but you should start seeing the rind sort of starting to split. And what we're doing when we're tying, because I know of where the sort of chunkier parts are as I'm tying, it'll sort of even itself out all the way down the shoulder. So this is what we call spare rib. And this is perfect for someone who wants to just do your normal Sunday roast, put them in the oven a little bit lower and slower. I think pound for pound, plenty of crackling, beautiful juicy meat. It's my go-to for a roast pork dinner. If I want pulled pork and I've got time on the barbecue, I'll go with the hand. I'll put a couple more strings on this one, and we'll cut them in half, and you guys get to see the absolute beauty of the meat on this one. So this is what your rolled shoulder, or rolled spare rib if you want to go old school. If it's not if it's not schooled up enough, ask your butcher. We can always run our knife over it again and give you a little bit more crackling. So what we're going to do, we're going to go straight in the middle. Would be boning knife. Should have used my steak knife, but never mind. Cut through the middle. Look at that. Beautiful juicy meat. Your crackling fat all the way around the outside. So you've got your shoulder there. Rolled shoulder, spare rib. Perfect for your Sunday roast. Hand of pork, $9.99. Best of the best. Cheers, guys.
So I hope you enjoyed that one. I love watching this guy carve up meat. I find it so interesting, so I hope you do too. Any questions, pop them in the description below. If you've enjoyed it, give it one of those. And if you're certainly new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. That's really important, certainly to me, because I know that there are people out there then. And I'll see you all soon. Cheers.